Welcome to Season 2 of Regen Rovers. Yes, it's time to battle relegation once again with Regen Rovers, this wonderful team I've created using Football Manager 2017 Creator Club mode. Thank you for all the amazing support so far in the series. The love shown to me has been phenomenal, and particularly in episode 8 when we pulled off the most miraculous escape I've ever witnessed. Probably my greatest moment on Football Manager ever. Last second of the game, Dr. Jones saves our bacon and saves the series. Unbelievable scenes, really. So we go again in the Vanarama National League South, where we are predicted to finish bottom of the table once again. At the start of the transfer window, it was actually Basingstoke Town favourites to finish bottom, but on FM17, these odds do change. They're fluid throughout the season. Ebbsfleet once again favourites to win the league. We've got the relegated teams of Sutton United and Maidstone up there. Dulwich Hamlet, who only just got promoted, actually 7th favourites to go up. That's pretty interesting, but it's going to be a right old battle to survive once again, of course. But I've made some signings that hopefully have improved the squad. We'll have a look at them in a second, but first of all, a few things. Firstly, new kits for the club, designed by Tekog Steve once again. Secondly, some of you already know about this, those of you that do follow me on Twitter. I've created a Regen Rovers Twitter account. Now this is just a light-hearted thing, don't take it too seriously, but I'm going to be tweeting as if it's a real club essentially. And for example, I've tweeted out the new kits. I've tweeted a few things like, where do you think we will finish this season? 43% of you, with 11 minutes to go on this poll, believe we will finish mid-table survival. Well, a few of you think we'll finish first. Very optimistic of you, considering we're favourites to finish bottom. But it's just a bit of fun. You know, I tweeted out, who was your player of the season last year? 43% said Dr. Jones, 43% once again. And if you haven't done so already, maybe follow my actual Twitter account as well. That would be nice. Golden FM. I'll put links in the description below. But it's just a little bit of fun. Adds depth to the series. Adds depth to this narrative. Eventually I might be able to design some shirts. Who knows? We'll see how big this story gets and how far we can go with Regen Rovers. The aim is to go all the way. I'm going the distance. If we're stuck in this division for 6 seasons, so be it. I'm really loving this save. I'm loving FM17. I'm loving this save, and I love the fact that you guys are loving it as well. Some of you have been sending in chants. This is a 10 out of 10 effort, I must say. Lots of rhyming in there. Great stuff, and it proceeds to sing in the Dr. Jones song by Aqua, which is fantastic, which actually leads me on nicely to the transfers, because we've actually signed someone called Aqua, spelt slightly differently, but Isaac Aqua, welcome to the team. He's going to be our centre-back partner alongside Liam Simmons, I think. Olukunle still here, but he's not quite as good as Isaac Aqua, who I think has got a second nationality of Ghanaian, which is great. But we've actually signed our first full non-English player this summer. Where is he? Asamoah Awusu, a goalkeeper who will be challenging Grant Waugh, who was a really good player for us last season. Made the odd mistake, but kept us in a lot of games towards the end of the season. So Awusu will be challenging for that number 1 jersey. He's got brilliant command of area, reflexes, rushing out, tendency to punch. I've included this attribute thingy here, what's called Attribute Analysis tab. Cutsy, who I've mentioned in episode 2 and 3 of this series, who sort of inspired me a little bit to go on with this because of his Youth Squad Legends FIFA series, suggested putting this in here instead of the biography. A lot of you like to look at these attribute analysis things compared to the actual numbers, I suppose. It does help quite a few of you, so I've decided to put that in there for you. Before I move on to announcing all the other signings though, there's a few players that have left, most notably Dean Coles, who got the assist for the famous goal, but he didn't want to sign a new contract. So he has left, unfortunately. It's not the end of the world. We're going to see some legends of the series come and go. Maybe come and then come back again. I don't know, go and then come back again, who knows. But mainly they will be leaving. We might have to let Dr. Jones go eventually. I want to hold on to some of our legends forever, and even if they're just in the reserves for their entire career. But realistically, there's going to be a lot of players going because they won't want to sign with us, or alternatively, they're just not good enough. And we will have to be a bit harsh sometimes. But at the same time, I'm a nostalgic guy and I will want to hang on to some of these legends. Scott Curtis, the other notable player, our sub-keeper, has gone. He didn't want to sign a new contract either. And there's a few players in the under-23s and under-18s that have left as well. Chris Holloway, our centre-back has decided to go. But we've signed plenty of players. We've spent a tiny bit of money. The board is very harsh, I must say. You'll remember in episode 9, those of you that watched the first season overview, that our new chairman cancelled the youth and training facilities improvements. They wouldn't let me have an affiliate. They don't want me to have any more coaches. They are very harsh. If we just go to the board, they're cancelling everything. It's very irritating. Eddie Mitchell, who apparently used to own Bournemouth a few years ago, and he wasn't that great. He was holding Bournemouth back. So will he hold us back? Probably. I don't know. There's a few more coaches I can get. For example, I can get an under-23s assistant manager and under-18s assistant manager. So I will try and find some very soon. Apparently I don't have a physio anymore. I've got a head physio, but no. So there's a few things I can get. I didn't realise that. There's a few more people. I can't get a data analyst yet, or a sports scientist, which are the new roles for Football Manager. But if we just go to staff, you will see that every single staff member, apart from the board, which I have no control over, of course, is a regen. Even our director of football, who I've decided to sign, just an extra man in there. Good at working with youngsters, judging player potential, which is useful. He might be going out trying to find some young players for me. Ross McConnell, of course, signed a new contract, by the way. He is a regen. We've got Dean Bishop, our head of youth development. He's got 19 on working with youngsters, which is helpful. He's a regen. So everyone's a regen. Danny O'Malley, our new goalkeeping coach. He's not, I mean, that was the best goalkeeping coach I could find, and he's got 7 on goalkeeping. It's going to be tough to train up some of these players, because I've only got regen staff members at the moment. But Kevin Chandler's got 13 on attacking, which isn't bad at all. And most of these people have decent or good working with youngsters. Our physio, the best I could find was 10. He's our head physio, Grant Hogg. But like I said, I can sign another physio if I want. Our scouts are useless, Kenny Crowe and Rob Cunningham. But at this level, what do I expect? They will improve. We'll be able to find things over time. There's our under-18s manager, Danny Gilder, 18 on working with youngsters, good adaptability. Level of discipline's high, so it'll be disciplining the youngsters, not letting them buy Ferraris with their £5 a week. John Coulson is our under-18s coach as well. So lots of movement going on in the coaching department. There's still a couple more that I can bring in, and there's been plenty of signings as well, which I'll be pleased about. Dan Ormsby, who I signed for £1,000, which is a bit of a rip-off considering his current ability and potential. Signed him from Dover Athletic. I've signed him simply because of his finishing. He's got good flair, determination as well, so he hopefully will improve that with that determination. Teamwork, which is imperative to my team really, and aggression, of course, is just... Every player in my team is aggressive, aren't they? And bravery as well. So I'm basically signing, as someone said in the comment section, I'm basically signing a Street Fighter gang, aren't I? I have. They're all aggressive bastards with brilliant bravery and the determination, teamwork, etc. But that finishing attribute could be crucial. He might not really work for him, but I've stuck him in the first team. We'll see how he gets on. He's out injured at the moment, though. Graham Fielding, I also signed for £1,000 simply because of his crossing of 11. Once again, he's got aggression of 50. It's crazy. Team works high as well. We're signing from Ebbsfleet United, so hopefully, because they've got a good team, then this guy might actually turn out to be okay. We shall see. Then the other player I signed for some money is Jordan Kerslake Hone. Great name. I don't remember signing him, though. That's a bit odd. Oh wait, I do. I don't know why he was £240. That must have been compensation. But he's got okay tackling, teamwork, work rate, determination, aggression, bravery. Once again, what is up with these regens, with all these mentals? Those particular mentals. The game seems to have spawned a load of them for whatever reason. I don't think he's going to turn into anything, but he's in the under-23s. We'll see how he goes. He's come from Hampton and Richmond, where our Greensleeves theme tune was inspired. Let's see how he gets on, essentially. This keeps moving. It's really annoying. Let's just go through the list then. I know who we've looked at already. Greg Winter, a left-back. Now, I wanted to improve the left-back position because Harrison Lane and who was the other chap? They just weren't good enough. I've dropped a few players down to the under-23s, by the way. We'll have a look at that in a second. This guy, once again, for one of our players, has terrible technicals, but mentally could be okay, and physically as well. If we can improve his mentals, he might be alright. But he's likely to be a second-choice left-back this season, possibly. Jonathan Clark, I like this guy. He's a central midfielder or left midfield. He's Alright at passing, first touch, vision as well, which is useful for our central midfielder. Natural fitness is alright as well. Handy little player in the middle or on the left. Next up is Chris Breach, who can play left back or right back. Generally a left back, but you might have to play right back because I've got a lack of right backs. But I've got Yidom and this guy essentially, and there's a few under 23s of course. But once again, he's terrible at technical ability. All of our players are. It's really quite odd. But mentally and physically, he's good, which is maybe just what you need at this level from a defender. I don't know. It would be useful to have some better tackling and heading, especially 5 on heading is just not good. Matthew Cash is next. Central midfielder, who, although my assistant says he's only got a 1-star current ability, I like the look of his attributes because he's good at passing. He's good with technique. He's not very good at vision, but that's okay. He can pass the ball in the middle of the pitch. Doesn't need to play a killer ball. He can just play it nicely for us in the middle. Teamwork, work rate, leadership are strong as well. Good natural fitness, which is useful at this level with the amount of games we have and considering they're not training very often. Leon Woodland, young attacking midfielder. They're all young, of course. Everyone's 16 or 17 or 18 in the series so far. He's come from Weston-super-Mare, who won the league last year, so they're in the division above, remember. He's great at alright at free kicks, so it adds something different to the team. Determined, teamwork once again. My players will be working hard for each other anyway, that's to be certain. Lee Hook is probably going to be my main left back. He's better at tackling than the other guys, Winter and Breach. Physically and mentally not as strong as them, but he's got okay concentration, which has been an attribute I've struggled to find so far this series for a defender, which is a very important attribute because it means they make less mistakes. Essentially they're concentrated on the ball. It's only 10, but it's better than some of our other players. We'll see how he gets on because literally he's only good at tackling, leadership, concentration and natural fitness, so he might not actually fit into our team compared to the other left backs, even though he's slightly better technically. Matt Campbell coming into the team as a backup goalkeeper going into the under-23s, coming from Brackley Town. Good handling and rushing out and reflexes. Decent pace as well, so maybe could be a sweeper keeper, I suppose. Decisions as well, quite important for a goalkeeper, I find. I mean, I've got quite a few goalkeepers in the youth teams that might turn into something, probably won't. Signed the famous actor Richard Wilson. I don't believe it! There's gonna be quite a few One Foot in the Grave gags available here, surely. Oh, I do love One Foot in the Grave. If you've never watched it, hilarious stuff. Anyway, he's come from a Nuneaton town on a free and can play left back or centre back, mainly centre back. Technically not great. He's got 8 of heading and 8 of tackling. They can be improved. It's not like they're 1, so that's okay. Positioning's good. Work rate, jump in reach, natural fitness. We'll see how he goes. He might just drop into the under-23s. We've already talked about Isaac Aqua. He is the best technical defender we have, I think. Not so good tackling, which will be improved, but mentally pretty solid. And physically pretty solid as well. Connor Todd coming from Chelmsford City. 12 finishing to go alongside Jack Young. And, I mean, composure and off the ball need to be improved as a striker. And he's very slow, but he can finish. If we stick him in the 6-yard box, put it in the back of the net. And he's improving. But these are the best strikers I could find. If there's these other I've tried to look at young players in youth academies of teams in Conference, League 2, League 1. No one wants to come to me. They don't want to loan those players to me because they think I'm too low a level. This is the challenges that I'm facing at this stage. It's going to be tough. We're not going to win the league this year unless we pull off some sort of crazy miracle. But that's just the fact. It's going to be tough for the first 3, 4, 5 seasons, maybe longer. I don't know. I hope you're here for the long haul supporting Regen Rovers because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a realistic save where we are struggling to improve as a club. The eventual aim is Champions League football, I guess, but that's a long way down the line. But we've got a whole year to do this in, remember. So we've already looked at Dan Ormsby as well, and Jordan Kerslake Hone. Oliver Sparks is the only guy I've managed to sign on loan so far, and he's all right because he's got amazing for this level crossing. 13 is amazing in my eyes. And acceleration is strong. Free kick taken's okay. Teamwork, useful. Work rate, aggression once again. But he's probably not as good as what I have at the moment. But he's on loan from Swindon for the year. We'll see how he gets on. That 13 crossing could be crucial. So this is the squad going into this second season. A few players are now 18 years old, as you can see. There's a few players that are on pay-as-you-play contracts. Yadom, Ola Kunli, Richard Wilson, Gareth Sheriff. Quite a few important players. Jack Young as well, who's actually wanted, and Doddington. So they could leave at any time if a club comes in with a real contract, but they only wanted to sign pay-as-you-play contracts, non-contracts as they're known. So they don't get paid anything unless they play, which is quite interesting. But it's a part-time thing. They're all working as builders and plumbers and McDonald's workers in their full-time jobs, and they're playing for Regen Rovers part-time. Maybe one day we'll be a professional team. This is the under-23s. Plenty of players in the under-23s and under-18s. Of course, there's fluidity between them. Some players are in multiple squads, as every player is still 18 and under. They can all play in the under-18s easily. I've got a list of everything I need to talk about today, because there's a lot of things. So before we play our only game of today, which will be against Oxford City at home, I'll show you the friendlies. We beat AC London 1-0 on the first one. Connor Todd with the goal. We then lost against our under-18s, which is pretty embarrassing. Maybe I should promote all the under-18s for the first team for that. But we did beat the under-23s 1-0 thanks to a goal from Alfie Doddington. Both goals have been in the 85th minute, strangely enough. We then beat Ascot 2-0. It was a bit of a struggle trying to get around all the horses, but we managed to get the win. McDonald and Connor Todd with the goals. 0-0 draw against Aston Villa. Very impressive, and it's our record attendance. 2,000 people turned up, 100 away fans as well, for our 0-0 draw against Aston Villa. Brilliant achievement. I did try and get some good friendlies with big teams to try and bring in money, but it was a bit of a struggle, and Aston Villa were the only ones that came. So the other teams are all a bit smaller. Some of them are larger than us though. 0-0 draw against Billericay, which was a bit disappointing. Good old Billericay near Chelmsford and Basildon in Essex. Then we played a French team, Pôle Sport de Livin. We drew 0-0 against them. Only 163 turned up. It said I would make 16 grand from this match, but I very much doubt I did from those 163 people. 2 away fans turned up from France. Legends. Hartlepool United, we got thrashed 3-0. It didn't work out well for us in that game. And we also lost 1-0 against AKA Red Bull Salzburg. I think it's their youth team. Grant Wall had a good game, 7.1, but we lost. And then I thought I'd sneak in another game because some of the players still aren't properly match fit. We beat our under-23s 3-2, but I did put quite a few first-teamers in the under-23 team. Joe Gordon scored for them, as did Will Carter. But Aqua, Breach and Todd scored for us, and Todd's been alright in pre-season. I've got high hopes for him this year. So then, let's play this match against Oxford United. I've got 3 tactics that I've been training up over the summer. We've got the Red Panda, but with the striker available to us. I'm most likely going to be using 4-4-2 most of the time, and we've also got the old Contain one with a shadow striker just pulled back. So, let's see what this assistant suggests for this match, and then I will tweak it. So he's suggesting a Wusu and go instead of Grant War. I'm going to go with War to start with, because he was a hero of last year. I know he made a few mistakes, but towards the end of the season, we lost only 1 game in our last 24 matches or something. Unbeaten in 15 now, so we want to try and continue that unbeaten run, and War is paramount to that. Yadom at right back, yep, I think that makes sense. Aqua, Simmons and Breach at left back. Should we go with Breach, or should we go with Hook or Winter? We don't need 2 left backs on the bench. What are you playing at assistant? We need Dr. Jones on the bench, at least, the hero of last year. Anyway, yeah, we'll go with Chris Breach at left back. I think he is my best left back. He does prefer to play as a defensive fullback, as does Yadom, to be fair, but I'm going to be playing normal fullbacks in this 4-4-2 tactic. Leon Thompson on the right, 16, I think he's still 16 years old. Clark in the middle alongside Dion Mills. I think I'm going to go with Mills in that role. Sheriff's going to play defensive midfield, although he can't really play central midfield. He's going to play there. Doddington on the left. Todd up front alongside Jack Young. I think Young is the advance forward, Todd is the target man. On the bench, yeah, we'll go with that. Ormsby's injured, so we can't have a striker on the bench. We probably don't need Joe Gordon and Dr. Jones. I'm going to put Graham Fielding on the bench. A right midfielder. Right then. This is it. These are my instructions. I'm trying to keep it nice and simple. We're dropping deeper because we're always exposed at the back. We're hitting early crosses into the box to try and find the strikers. We're going direct. We're being more disciplined. I'm being more sensible this year, guys. We want to progress from last year. My aim is to finish between about 10th and 15th. Realistically, I'd be happy with 19th once again. It wouldn't be much progress, but as long as we don't have to have a crazy relegation battle, then that's okay with me. Oxford City predicted to just finish outside the relegation zone, so it's a team we need to be beating today. especially at home. Wish me luck. Come on, you younglings. Come on, you younglings. We need to get some hashtags going on Twitter as well, don't we? Make sure you follow Regen Rovers on Twitter, guys, and Golden FM, please. And it is the return of Paul's Big Day Out. Yes, Oxford it is. The first time I went to Oxford, I was actually 21 years old. It was Jenny, my wife, not at the time, she was just my girlfriend. We went to Oxford for her 21st birthday, and it was lovely. I have been back a couple times as well with business, and we were actually in Oxford yesterday, briefly, twice, on the outskirts at a McDonald's, because we were going up to the Midlands for the day, which is why there was no video yesterday, I'm afraid. Sorry. I'm a busy guy at times. I'm quite busy this week, so my aim is for the series to be daily, but it's likely not to be. Especially Saturdays, there probably won't be videos. There hasn't been videos on either of the Saturdays so far. But every other day or daily is the aim for the series. And I hope you guys are enjoying it. I know some of you are enjoying it, but I hope more and more come along and join the Regen Rovers party. I do believe Bobby Moore managed Oxford City at one point. Random factoid, alongside Harry Redknapp as his assistant. Great stuff. Here's Dion Mills into Todd. Can we get a relatively early goal in this game? Todd gives it away. Come on, Todd. Prove to me you're the man we need. I know you're as slow as a snail, but you can finish, and that's all you need at this level, I'm sure. Maybe not. They're playing it around nicely here. I can sense a goal. What was that? They just skipped round Aqua quite easily, and it's over the bar from Fundup. We get lucky there. If you want to make kits, by the way, you're more than welcome to. We could maybe have a kits competition. Who designs the best kit? Super fans are the people designing the Regen Rovers kits. It's been Tekog Steve both years so far, as Todd should have found the back of the net with that header. That was a chance. But I've loved the kit so far. Unfortunately, I can't put them into the game because with the Creator Club facility, there is no way to replace the kits you designed in the Creator Club mode, which is very annoying. Simmons with the free kick. He's found the back of the net. Liam Simmons, the legend from centre-back, smashes a free kick into the back of the net for 1-0. What the hell? What's he doing? He's got like 6 on free kicks probably, but he just blasted it beautifully. Like Aaron Creswell, into the back of the net. Liam Simmons, magic. He wears a magic hat. He used to play for no one. He didn't fancy that. Oh, it's into the box from the corner. Oh, it's a goal from Leon Thompson. Leon Thompson makes it 2-0. This is comfortable at the moment. Lovely stuff. We've got it on standard flexible and it's working nicely at home. It's a lovely manoeuvre from, well, originally it was given away, but it was stuck back into the box. And Thompson with a delightful left-footed finish into the corner. I was talking about something. I've completely forgotten what I was talking about now. Something about kits, wasn't it? Very pleased with the first half performance. Jack Young and Todd aren't really working together up front. I'm going to swap them round, see if that makes a difference. And let's go again in the second half. Thank you for all the chants and various things sent in, all the comments. I do read them all. I tried to read them all just so I don't miss anything interesting. There's been some brilliant stuff from you guys. The interaction on Twitter as well so far has been fabulous. Ah yes, kits. I can't put kits into the actual game, and I've disabled the in-game editor. I want to protect myself. I don't want any accusations down the line. With the in-game editor, you can alter the colours of the kits in the match. So, for example, the away kit this year is white, but of course in the game it's still going to appear like the old one that I created originally. But it's not worth it. You know what's happened some of you will know what's happened in the FM community last year, and I just can't be bothered with any of that. So I've decided to just protect myself and disable the in-game editor. So if there's any questions down the line, I can just prove to you that it wasn't used. Seems a bit ridiculous that I have to do that, but there we go. I'm actually going to bring Dr. Jones on for Jack Young. Dr. Jones is going to play as a deep lying forward. This is comfortable, isn't it? I've just brought on all 3 subs on the 60th minute. Classic thing to do on Football Manager. It's been 50-50 possession, 10 shots each, but we've taken our 2 chances. 1 clear-cut chance, 1 half chance. They've had 4 half chances. Dion Mills picks up a yellow, standard for him. He got 15 last year. We've given the ball away. Maybe we should go defensive now. Uh-oh, defence is being cut open. It's 2-1. What was I saying? It was so comfortable. And suddenly, it's all gone to pot. But what I'm going to do is we're going to go to the contain tactic and just try and hang on to this now, I think, is the best thing to do. We always have to make it nervous for ourselves, don't we? Corner. Can we make it 3 and confirm victory? It's headed away. Guys, why are you... Look, did you see those players running into the box as the ball was cleared? They have absolutely no brains sometimes. This is going to be 2-2. From the corner. What did I say? Right, well, we're going back to that 4-4-2 then. That is really irritating, because you don't start running into the box as the ball's cleared out of the box, do you? That is just a problem with the game there, surely. No one would do that. You start running back, and it's 2-2. We always get hit on the break. But... So we're starting off with another draw, unless they get a goal here, and break our hearts again. No. Good, it's wide. Can't be dealing with this already. They have been the better team in the second half. I got complacent. We got complacent as a team. I've got complacent as a manager in this match. We're comfortably 2-0 up. And we've thrown it away, and we've drawn 2-2 against a team we needed to be beating if we want to be staying up this year. End the match, ref. There we go. 2-2. At least we're still unbeaten, but that's disappointing. It was so positive. Liam Simmons with a cracking free kick. We scored a goal from a corner. Set pieces worked, but our subs came on and it all went wrong. Maybe I shouldn't have made those subs. Unlucky, I'm going to say that. But after game 1, we are 8th in the table. And things are looking up. If I can sort out my tactical nous for the last third of a game, when we're winning, because that seems to be a problem, then we might be okay. But thanks for watching today's episode. I think I've spoken about everything I needed to speak about. But please hit that like button. Let's aim for 300 likes again. That'd be marvellous. And I will see you in episode 11, which maybe Chelmsford City. Maybe Chelmsford City. We'll see. Have a great day, guys, and enjoy Football Manager 2017.